Hey everybody, welcome back to the Terrible Ideas podcast. Today I am your host, Vic. and,
All right.
and I'm here with James.
Woo!
And Jamie. And
What was-
Sean.
We can't hear you, John.
The
We can't hear-
energy just went like...
Wait, Sean, can you try saying things? We can't hear you.
Hi.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mic wasn't close enough to my mouth.
Oh my god.
Hi.
Right, and today we're gonna
Okay.
continue talking about theater, but this time
Woohoo!
about Hamilton.
Woohoo!
You know, having two episodes of the same thing in a row, kind of a terrible idea.
Oh, so
Ah.
funny.
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Right? Because last episode, Sean hadn't watched it.
Oh yeah.
no,
We have character development.
very
Character-
rather knowledge of
We have
him.
character development from Sean.
You did what, Sean?
I didn't watch the pro shot though. I watched the tour version.
Oh, okay. But like you basically like know and saw the whole like plot and everything, right?
Yes.
Oh my god, do you watch Angelica Tour?
Yeah. I watched I watched Zoe Jensen. Like Zoe Jensen as Eliza.
Oh,
Oh, not for the Basu.
I don't know. I don't remember who was the Eliza.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
It was Angelica Emmy Raven Lepman. Never mind. I won't try and
recall,
pronounce
but
her name.
How do you
Yeah.
guys know all of the names of these people? Like,
I don't. I only know Philippa Sue because like she was in Over the Moon and she was really cute. Over the Moon. Honestly, Over the Moon was like kind of problematic, but also kind of cute. You know. Yeah, that's the thing. Just don't think too deeply.
Yeah. So how was your experiencing Alexander Hamilton?
It was interesting. It was okay. I feel like I don't know. I feel like it was overrated. Like
Whoa, why?
I just feel like people talk about it so much, but like you know, Hamilton was like actually a piece of shit in real life. So like
Okay.
You're right. Only
Okay,
spitting facts.
musical by any means. It's just why do we care?
Well, we can't really judge him, and also like it's less about like who the hell Alexander Hamilton is, and it's more like what the story represents for people who watch the story. It's like Rapunzel is not a real person, but like we still care about her because of the story that she represents.
Are we
Right.
talking about Tangled Rapunzel or like
I mean,
Rapunzel? Oh, Tangled Rapunzel. only.
thank God Rapunzel. I mean, like the origin.
Isn't she the only one that matters?
Yeah, so true.
Yeah, but like she wasn't even a real person. That's what I'm saying. Like, even though
Yeah.
Alexander Hamilton may not have been like a
Yeah.
good person or whatever, like we shouldn't
it's a-
judge.
So like it's like so bloody expensive, but like why are people paying to watch it when you can like watch it online?
hey,
Hey. Disney Plus is very legal. Hey.
Did
Disney Plus, just don't pay as much, I watched it on Disney Plus totally.
didn't we talk about
Yeah,
this like
Disney
last
Plus.
week about the experience of like being there or whatever?
Gosh, okay.
Yeah.
I
Reference last week's episode.
Yeah, man.
sing today. My brain's like 3/4 gone.
Whoa. You okay?
What happened to you? You sound like somebody who's been through a lot. Yeah, I don't know what did I do today. I didn't do much today. I'm not sure why I'm so tired.
Sometimes
Okay,
you just
same.
got that depression, man. Anyway.
Same.
The energy that I
Oh.
have now. So how should we start this off?
Oh, I mean, we've already started. The fun begins right now. Do you guys know that meme?
It was bad. Like it's like I actually enjoyed it. It's just that like people like it so much, but like it's not like my favorite musical, you know.
What's your favorite
I
musical again?
agree.
I don't actually know, like Heathers or We Are the Tigers, because like I like seeing people die.
Hmm. Oh.
That's
Definitely not for you.
okay.
you want to run that bias again?
Spoiler.
Okay.
Heather, okay, honestly, We Are the Tigers is like, it's like I heard that it's a shit musical, but I love the soundtrack, so like I've never watched it
Oh.
because it's so rare.
Oh, but I get why Heathers. Like Heathers is like it's pretty with the times, I guess you could say. It's pretty
Yeah,
on
no,
fleek.
I like Heather's movie, so
Oh.
like, yeah, I like the musical as well.
There's
Like
a
I
movie.
like it in ways. Yeah, it's a movie.
Because
Like I feel like Heathers was a good adaptation, honestly. Like reference to last episode again.
Heathers was a movie.
Yeah, it was a
Yep.
Was it an old movie or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, from the 80s.
And then they adapted it into a musical.
Yes.
2014.
Oh, that's cool. Like from what I heard about like Heathers, like it sounds like a pretty like lit on fleek
On fleek.
musical with the times,
On
I-
fleek.
right?
That is applies to the
It's
time.
about. Wait, why are we talking about Heathers? But like
Yeah,
from,
why are we talking about Heathers? It's
no, but from what I understand, it's about like how like the adults don't understand what the children are going through or something like that, right?
Yeah, but it's no, that's what Riverdale says, okay, but like nothing that Riverdale says is true. It's kind of like how everything is meaningless.
Also, like yeah, it's more like nihilism and everything.
And then like even though adults don't understand children, like it's like, you know, adults don't understand adults either. And like honestly, that's what like Riverdale messed up so bad. Okay, we shouldn't even be talking about Heathers.
yeah, we shouldn't be talking about Heathers. We really shouldn't.
But Heathers is basically okay, boomer. Oh, yeah.
Boomers are also boomers, you know, and then like, we're also boomers. Everyone is just boomers. Existential crisis
Are
time.
you okay?
On 2019.
She's
Okay, Hamilton.
Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton.
And America sings for you.
Actually saw that there was some discourse about whether the musical is problematic or not because it idealizes the founding fathers of America. But at the same time, I don't think we know enough about America and their history to make any comments on that. You know.
I don't
Yeah.
think it like matters sometimes, you know, like of course like historical context is important, but like what you're really trying to get the viewer to do in like the story is to like care and take something away from like this story, right? And obviously like there are some elements of patriotism, and it doesn't really like matter how much of it of M's the founding fathers were or were not. We'll never know like them personally, you know. We weren't there, and like we didn't like see how they treated their children or wives or whatever. Like, but I think patriotism is like, you know, it's an important-ish value, especially like in American society. And if like they're pushing for that kind of idea through like the idea of founding fathers, I think that's like completely fine, you know. There's nothing controversial about that. I think it's just like people misjudging the use of a story, you know. It's like, of course the story is not going to be accurate. You think like the story of like Columbus finding America is like entirely accurate? Yes, yeah, Jamie.
I think the problem they have is that people cannot distinguish a good story from actual historical fact.
Yes.
So they take in the story as fact, and then they're using it to glorify Alexander Hamilton, the past figure, even though he and the person in the story are very different. There's this conflation of the two that's actually what's causing the problem.
That's
Yeah,
true, but like I don't know, the fact that it's a musical, like the medium of storytelling which requires suspension of disbelief,
I would
like
like
that
to
kind of
say
says something. I mean,
Some people cannot distinguish like between fiction and real life. Some people just take it as it is and be like, oh,
What
that's
Sean is
it.
saying is what Sean is saying is that they're dumb.
I guess
Yeah.
like that's why you have the
Chip-
disclaimer in front.
Hamilton, like just shut up, they want to sing. You know, like it's like it makes no like it's like first I find it like weird to ship real people together in the first place, but like it's just so much weirder to ship like two dead people together.
Yeah, people on the internet will do anything they want, John.
Yep.
I don't think you've heard the rules of the internet.
I have
Are
no.
there rules for the internet?
Yeah,
Isn't that
there
one
are
of those
rules.
like Tumblr posts?
What do you
Yeah.
say?
Those type of thing, you know.
What?
You know, like Tumblr posts where like they ship the founding fathers together
Yeah.
and like
Yes.
really
Really?
knowing that is not what really happened. And
Let's see some pictures.
I don't have any.
Why would you have picked? Oh,
I
I know
see it and I run.
I know that during the 2020 election, they were shipping Trump and Biden. So there was this ship named Trident. And there was fan fiction on that.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I think it's like all in good fun, you know.
Really?
I
Wait,
know.
what? What did Chon say? I didn't pick it up.
That really?
How does she know that there was fan fiction of Trump and Biden online?
I think it's all in good fun though. Like I can totally understand like why they would do it. I have nothing against them. Wait, what,
I mean-
Chon? What do you say?
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I mean, like
Mm.
you know, like shipping like the two historical people, or like shipping Trump and Biden. I think it's just like absurdist humor. You know, it's just like a way to kind of cope with the times that we are currently in, and it's just
I-
like you know.
I
But
hope
you also forget that some people are actually like dead. Like
Yeah, but like you know, I think it's a good way to like exercise like our more like absurd thoughts without like actually harming anybody. Like as long as it stays within the realm of not harming people, I think it's fine.
positivity.
What?
I like your positivity and the faith in human.
yeah. I like your faith in humanity.
Uh,
Admin.
Admirable.
But like you're pure.
what? No, I'm not pure. I don't know.
You're-
Like I just could totally see myself doing something like that. So yeah.
Okay,
That's good to know.
Oh, the projecting.
and
No,
like I
no,
suppose
no.
one thing, but like doing it because you actually think that Trump and Biden would make a good couple is another thing.
Mm.
I don't think most people do it because they think that way. I think they're just exercising their demons.
You're very positive,
Yeah,
optimistic.
I mean,
It's
if I would do it, like obviously, like there would be a part of my mind that would be like, oh, you know, there'll be like this absurd like part of my mind that's like, oh, you know, they're going to be such a good couple, and I'm going to draw them together and whatever. But like you know, the rational part of my brain is like, all right, hold up,
Draw them
hold
together
up.
after this.
What do you say?
Are you gonna draw them together after
No,
this?
no, 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 no.
No, please don't. Please
This
don't. I'm
is a
begging
thought
you.
experiment.
Please don't.
Purely theoretical.
If new Trident fan art starts appearing on the internet,
We know who it's from.
try to please help me.
What? How do we?
How did we get from Hamilton to Trident?
I think
are we really the best people to be discussing Hamilton, given that we are literally born and bred Singaporeans?
Well, screw it, man. I mean, you know, look, we experienced the story to its fullest degree, and like we all have had our personal
view
what Sean, what did you
Singaporeans.
say?
Hamilton from the point of view of Singaporeans.
Yeah, Hamilton from the point of view of Singaporeans. I mean, I don't think it really like matters who you are, right? As long as you have a valid opinion, and like you know, we're all learned people.
Are we?
So
Debatable,
Sort of.
but yes.
The three theater nerds and the one real life nerd.
I
Okay, so guys, who's your favorite Hamilton character?
Eliza.
Eliza?
Eliza.
Eliza got put through a lot of shit. I know Philip was my favorite the moment he appeared for like the beginning of the song. I was so excited. I was like, oh my god, he's great. He's like this one from his dad. He's actually really cute. I was like, oh, you can do it. Clear your dad's name, good legacy. And then the end of the song hit.
Ah.
Sorry.
I remember I texted somebody, I can't remember who, but I was like, oh, Philip's so cute. He's such a great character.
All I remember is I really hated
Ah.
that guy. What's his name? The guy who killed Alexander at the end. The guy whose name starts with
Oh,
a
you hate the girl?
huh?
You don't like Burr?
Burr. Yeah, I don't like Burr.
Serious?
Killed
He's like,
Alexander, what the frick?
No,
honestly,
but like he's
Kill him, man! How do you
I
even
hate
do
Hamilton.
that? You hate Hamilton, but you like Burr?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know,
I,
I
like,
just
I actually don't like Hamilton, like the
Why?
character.
He kept being like, oh, I want to find out what's gonna happen in the room, the room.
But-
What?
Okay, but you see, he's
Like,
such a
oh.
terrible like person. Okay,
What?
but maybe because like Eliza's one of my favorite characters, but like
And,
other
like-
than that, like
And like I didn't really
Nah.
get like his motivation. He was like, oh, I want to take my time to like see the country
Okay,
grow or whatever.
no, like I feel like that ties in more with the Asian values, which is why I understand Burr more. Like, was it you kind of bide your time, you wait. There's this idea that what? How's it? Vic, help me words.
help you word.
Like you know how Burr's motivations are kind of tied.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
like,
yeah. He was like, I
Yeah.
want to take my time and stuff.
you trust that you have the information that you need and that you continue to gather and grow. And then when the time
Will be.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
I didn't really get that, you know. I was like, Alexander, yeah, let's go, let's do it. Immigrants, get the job done, let's go.
Nick, wasn't he?
You know.
Like,
they,
why did Eliza take him back? Okay, I
What?
have no right to judge.
yeah,
What
I
did you
still
say?
don't know why.
Yeah,
but,
why
like,
did Eliza take him back?
I respect her decision, I guess.
They reconciled, right? And like, it's like she genuinely loved him, but like, it's like, honey, you could have done so much better. But
I know.
I mean, I
Bruh, Ham messed up at that area. Like like he should have
really
totally
did.
gone.
Not the pamphlet. I was like, are you kidding me? 3 people know your secret. And you're like, let's tell the whole world.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm a genius.
oh wait, I mean, he's a politician, so whatever.
So when they started singing Eye of the Hurricane, that was actually, oh, you get a bit into his psyche and how his mental state is in such a
Oh yeah.
wreck. That's a better word.
Are you talking about
Yes.
like the like last parts of the musical where they're like give him time or whatever?
Oh yeah. But
You know, to
Hamilton,
be
like narrative foils in a way. Is that the word?
Foils.
I don't know what that
Hamilton
means.
narrative. What's a narrative foil again? Like
What's a narrative for?
They trust each other.
no, a character that is that's opposite
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
to the other character. Yeah,
like Burr and Hamilton, is that what you're saying?
they have similar motivations, so maybe they're not narrative foils.
Yeah.
you know,
but-
to be very honest, I don't remember the musical.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Like I know what happens, I just don't remember what like specifically happens.
Mm.
I don't really know what happens because I only watched it once.
Wait,
so-
It's
Let's
it's
just
coming
let
back.
Vic do the rundown. Vic, do you want to do the rundown and Hamilton summary?
Sure, with my limited memory
Alright, tell us what you know about Hamilton.
of it.
Alright, so
What Act 1, what I remember.
everybody knows this part.
Bro's parents died.
What? Whose parents died?
Oh, Hamilton.
Yeah, a brother, his parents died.
No, oh my god,
Then,
you have to start with
uh,
you know, how does best go on.
Yeah, on the and the yeah, I can't remember anymore. Anyway, yeah, so his parents died. He was an orphan. He got adopted. Then his aunt or something died also. And then like basically, dude had a rough life.
You have a-
Dude had a really rough life.
Mhm.
And then he wanted to be a politician or something like that. And then like he moved.
No.
I don't remember.
He wanted to earn money, so then he started working for his
yeah.
his dead mother's landlord or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then he would
Then he-
like save
I
everything.
literally don't remember.
keep going, Vic, keep going.
I remember. Okay, this is gonna be like a how
Hamilton
a
parody.
yeah.
Okay. Section is just entitled "What Vic Remembers."
What Vic remembers from
Right.
Hamilton.
So from what you said, Hamilton's parents died, and then he wanted to be a politician.
Yeah. And then
Alright, continue.
Have James do the correct version later.
I mean, y'all can just go and look at Wikipedia, honestly.
Yeah.
Why do you need?
I'll go with-
Actually, yeah. This is just
No,
this is
wait,
for
continue,
entertainment
continue.
value. This is for the entertainment value.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
you
For the
can
clicks.
continue.
Same difference.
You want to be a politician?
Yeah, and then he did something, and then he chased after the Skylar sisters because they had money, and then he thought he very galaxy brain.
Because you're Galaxy Brain.
I saw through him.
He thought he galaxy brain. Then
What's this? Oh, hey, stop!
What's that?
Her sister.
Skylar Sisters. Jake, hello?
yes, she's being hella annoying.
It's alright.
Just
Take
like
your
bang
time.
your head against the bottom of the bed.
Shut up, shut up. My god.
Carry on.
Okay. What happens after he chases the Shiloh sisters?
She's kind of
Because they're
And then there was like the love triangle thing, and then between Angelica and Eliza and Hamilton. But then Angelica was like, "Oh, I love my sister more than I can ever love anyone." So then she let Eliza have him, and then stuff happened, and then Eliza and Hamilton got married, and they had kids, and then that kid. Oh, I shouldn't spoil it. Okay, never mind.
No,
I love how she
what do you mean you shouldn't spoil it?
skipped over the wall. She was like, they.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Over the wall.
I forgot that was a war.
Wait, just continue. Alright, they had a kid, right? They had a kid, and then what happened to the kid?
The focus
Okay,
of
so
Act One, she was
basically,
like,
right? Basically, my memory of Hamilton, like the musical, is like based off Eliza.
the family drama.
Yeah, family drama, because that's what I live for.
That's how you watch Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, that's why I watch Grace. Anyway, so I don't remember shit that Hamilton did.
I mean, that's unimportant anyways, right?
No! Why?
This
Wait,
is just
the main, we all know the main character is Eliza.
Alright. To be fair,
Yeah.
in my opinion, best song in the entire musical, right, came from like the Skylar sisters. The I love my
The Skylar
sister
sisters?
more than my own life.
Best song, Satisfied.
Yeah,
Satisfied.
satisfied.
I take no criticism.
Satisfied or like Burn or like whatever those songs are. I also like the song that they removed. Like I don't know why they removed that scene.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Dude, it's such a roast.
Yes.
I don't know why they removed it.
Yeah, and like I heard like the version that they did, right? Like her voice sounded so like, ooh, you know. I think I think like if they put it in, like that would be like the star of the show, you know. That's why they had to remove it. It
Yeah.
would be too powerful.
And that's on Renee Elise Goldsberry.
If they included that scene in, the show wouldn't be called Hamilton. It would be called Eliza.
We call Angelica.
It would be called Angelica.
Angelica.
Yes.
The tragedy of her younger sister.
Like second act, third act. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Third act.
I mean,
No, just they come. What's the second act?
Don't know what happens in the second. Was there another war?
No,
no.
there was not another war.
Wasn't it the same war that entire? I don't know.
They
It was the
finished up
same war.
They finished out the war by Act One, I think.
Yeah, there was one war.
And then Lafayette became Thomas Jefferson.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Loving sisters asking her to speak soft. Okay, whisper into the microphone. You can do like ASMR or something.
Good ASMR.
hey everyone. Yes. And then Maggie became Maria.
Yeah, yes.
And yes. I hope you like ASMR.
I do.
Yes. I can hear you. Okay. Yes. Okay. And then Mariah shows up. She's basically Peggy in a red dress.
Alexander cheated on Eliza, and then he had no choice. Okay.
No,
Then
he didn't have no choice. Just
yes.
stick it in. He was just a little. He was a bastard.
Because Eliza wanted him to go away on holiday. Because Angelica came back from England.
But then he banged another woman. He's such an asshole.
To go. About this.
We can't hear you.
He exposed himself because he's stupid.
Guy's an idiot.
Yeah, guy's an idiot. I don't know why he did it. And then Eliza got really sad, and she was like all mad at Alexander. And then I can't remember what the hell happens.
And then their son died.
Yes, their son dies in a gunfight. I didn't know whether to put it in. It's spoiler.
Well, I can't say why.
Okay, fine. Yes, and their son died.
No, but you have to say why he died. Why did he die?
He was the gunfighter.
No.
Was he trying to defend Alexander's honor? Yes,
No,
right.
I mean, in a way. It's because Alexander asked him to point his gun to the sky.
Yes.
Because he's an
And he
idiot.
was stupid enough to follow it.
No, Alexander's the idiot. You gotta keep track.
Anyway, he died. And then Eliza cries. Yeah, Eliza cries. She wears all black. Yes, I remember that costume very distinctly. What else?
And then Burr and Hamilton showed down. Because
Tasha died. Yes, and then Alexander died. And then that's it. And then Eliza builds an orphanage. And then she looks at the audience when she sings. And then she goes, and that's it. End of the show.
Oh my god, no.
How is it only for Eliza?
Is it done? Is this bit done?
Dude, I cannot. I'm very noisy.
I cannot hear myself.
I hear myself either.
No, bro. You didn't talk about why he died.
We don't care. We just
I
care.
don't care. Eliza is the main character.
True. What did you say, Jamie?
You want to give the Hamilton summary now?
Yeah.
Give the
Wait.
actual summary.
All right. So this is my memory of the musical, which is probably filled with gaps. So jump in whenever you want to, right? So first, like, how does an orphan basically, like, his father died, his mother died eventually when she fell sick, right? And then he sailed to another country or something like that. He sailed to America, and like he like gained money by like working for his mother's landlord. Yeah, and like he was the entire starting section basically. Yeah, Jamie. Wrong.
I mean, basically, you don't really need to know his backstory, but yeah, he ended up in America.
Yeah, he ended up in America, and he ended up like learned-ish. He read a lot.
Yes.
He read a lot.
Because books equals you are smart.
Yep, that's our main takeaway from this. Right? Yeah, and so he reached there, and there was like this war happening, right? Because like America and Britain, and like America was trying to like become independent, I think, and Britain was like, "You come back."
Oh,
Yep.
I totally forgot about.
Bro, he was
the
best character,
character.
man. He was the best character.
I totally forgot about my favorite character.
Yeah, everybody's
God.
favorite character. How
Oh
can
God.
you?
The true war.
Unnecessary but excellent at the same time.
We stand Jonathan Groff.
So then
Did him so darky in the first movie.
okay.
Frozen.
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 Why did I say?
Okay, no.
Anyway, moving on.
you hire Jonathan Groff and not have him sing? Okay, that's just plain dumb.
Yeah.
Lost in the woods.
Glee, and like we all know that what is Glee.
Oh, you mean
Oh,
like the
which one-
person who played?
oh,
The person
I
who
guess-
played George was in Frozen as Kristoff, but he didn't sing in the first movie.
oh, I guess now we need a Glee episode too.
Oh
Okay.
no 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 no!
on how terrible teacher
Yeah, like
is.
just 5 minutes of us ranting about Shu.
Hey, we don't do that. We don't do
No,
that.
He knows that no one likes him.
What?
my
Who?
God.
Shu,
Oh, Schuster.
Give
Woolly
me-
boy Shu.
Did Jamie say give me 1 minute? Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, right. So he read a lot of books. There was a war happening, and they were like, oh no, we can't do it because like they outnumber us, they outgun us. Actually before that, like he became friends with like these like 3 other people, I think.
Lawrence, Lafayette, and
Brr.
Achilles.
And Burr, yeah. And they were like, oh, you got to take your shot, rise to the top, sing happy songs, whatever. Anyway, so
Oh wait,
yeah, it was this whole big thing, and so like they went to war, and like they were like outman, outgun, blah 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 blah, and like he became friends with like Thomas.
I like how you selectively sing.
Yeah.
Welcome.
And so it's like but they still managed to make it work anyway because immigrants, we get the job done.
Job
Anyway.
done.
So yeah, and then like what's his name, the Lafayette guy?
Lafayette.
Yeah, the Italian.
Disrespect.
Italian.
I don't know, but he like he
Right.
got caught in jail or something like that.
he went-
What? Oh yeah, he went to like start another revolution. He got caught in jail, and he died. No big deal. Anyway,
Wait, what?
yeah, he died. They even talked about it in the musical. Like
Wasn't
somebody.
Lafayette. That's Lawrence. Lafayette died?
He went to France. We don't know what happened to him.
One of
Lafayette
them
did
died.
not die.
One of them died, and then Hamilton was like, "Oh no, I loved him like a brother. He was like a father to me, or something like that."
Yeah, that's Lawrence.
Oh, that's Lawrence.
That's
Yeah.
Lawrence.
What happened to him?
He died.
He died.
Okay, but like how? What reason?
He was at Georgia, something like that. South Carolina. And then the British troops didn't get the word of what's the word? Truce yet.
Oh,
So they were still attacking, so they still fought. And then he lost his life in the line of duty. So he's
all right,
dead.
yeah. Sad. He died, and Hamilton was sad about it for like a whole 2 minutes or something.
And he
Even
was like, I
sang a
have
song
so
about it.
That is a long time musical hours, man. 2 minutes.
Anyway,
I mean,
yeah.
that's a lot of time in musical time.
Yeah.
So
Let's
then
see, 2 minutes.
We don't later, man. Man more enough.
what are you saying, Sean?
And then he respawns.
Yeah. And so anyway, like the Skylar sisters, and Peggy or whatever.
You're doing great. Keep it up.
Hamilton, a
No.
one-man show.
Oh,
Yeah.
So then Hamilton was like, "Ooh, she kind of thick though, and like she's kind of rich."
Oh my
though."
I
I
feel like you're out of order.
I see those fat stacks, you know what I'm saying? And
Oh my god.
and so he goes for, I mean like Eliza goes for him. Yeah. And then Angelica was like standing at the side and she was like and like yeah, that's basically what happened, right? And so she's like, yeah, okay, you guys go have your fun or whatever. But like, Angelica still like came on to Hamilton a couple times. Yeah, anyway.
Throughout the thing, actually.
What do you say, Jamie?
weirdly flirtatious throughout the show.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Anyway, I mean, Angelica was like, "Come with us, and we'll show you a good time."
Oh my god, so many sounds so weird.
Yeah, that was not
Yeah.
really weird out of context.
And Angelica was like, "Oh, just to be by his side," or something like that. Anyway, yeah, they had the wedding and everything, and like somewhere in there, Burr was there and stuff. Yep. Burr was there somewhere. Anyway, so like that's more or less the end of Act 1, right? And so like next is like the political like stuffs. And so like down here we got the rap battles and everything. But before that, I think Thomas Jefferson came back, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And like the second best song in the entire musical, just saying.
What did I miss?
Yeah, it's such a good song. And like the lighting and everything like changed like purple, like, whatever. And yeah. Anyway. Yeah, it was a good scene, whatever. And like he came back, and then he was like, "Oh, there's this new dude called Hamilton, and like he's around, he's doing things." So then they have like this rap battle or whatever. They're like, "Oh, brother, treaty. But my idea good, your idea bad. Oh."
Basically it.
And the other person was like, "No, your idea bad, my idea good." And then Hamilton was like, I think we can come to a conclusion that I'm the smartest in this room." And so yeah, they came to a conclusion. And like, they carried out Alexander's plans or something like that. Alexander became like the Minister of Finance. Wait, is it at that part of the Anyway, the next part I remember is like when they
Secretary of the Treasury, right? Something like that.
yeah, Secretary of Treasury of State. Treasury of State.
There we go.
Alright. Wait, so the next one, I don't really remember the order, but like I think the next one is like when the Eliza and Angelica was like, "Oh, come take a break in the north. Up north is better up north,
Yeah.
up north."
Take a
But then
break.
yeah. But then Alexander was like, "No, no, no," and then he went ahead and like wrote like 60 papers or something, no big deal, in like the time of like a month. Yeah. And like they made a whole big deal about it in the narration. They're like, "Alexander," like wait, no, they're like, "Oh, Burr wrote like 8 papers and fell sick, and the other guy wrote like 7 papers."
6 months, 8 months, they wrote 89 papers.
89 papers.
What's his face wrote 1? 5?
1,
No,
5.
yeah.
James Madison wrote 29.
29.
And Hamilton wrote the
The
other.
other. I don't know how many.
It was
Well-
so dramatic, I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean like it's pretty impressive, I guess, Alexander Hamilton, kind of a hard worker, just saying.
IB kid puts out. Actually, no, not that much.
I mean like
No.
it's a lot of papers if you think about it. Like, could you write 65 papers in 6 months? No.
Depending on the quality of the papers, which I have to say will not be very high.
Oof.
Honestly.
Can you do 60, 65 EEs in 6 months?
51.
61, I'm sorry.
51.
Oh, wait. Oh, 51. Yes. Anyway, so like, yeah. And then like after that, like Alexander got tired and horny or something like that. Oh, I
Yes.
don't know what. You've never seen a more lonely orphan in your life or something like that, right?
Never
And
seen
then,
him.
no. At first the girl was like, the girl came and was like, "Oh, my husband kicked me out, and I have nowhere else to run," or something like that. Like, can I stay at your place? And he was like, "Yeah, I'll bang you while I'm at it," or something like that.
Okay, but it has let it be known that Mariah Reynolds was a victim in this whole thing.
Or I mean, in a way,
She
but
was
like,
being played by her husband.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But like you need multiple hands to clap, I guess. And like it's a whole situation.
I
But
think that
I
she understand why she's doing it, given that her husband's literally abusing her and she has a kid to take care of.
yeah. We have to say like why, right? Because like eventually like the Reynolds pamphlet and everything was caused by like this affair, which then the husband was like, hey, you've been sleeping with my wife. I want compensation. And so Hamilton was like, fine, take my gosh darn money. Take it and leave. And so yeah.
And then he
But then
continued to see right.
yeah.
We can all agree that we do not like Hamilton here.
No, I mean he
Like
messed up. He messed up. Definitely
Okay.
messed up.
Agree.
And so like every like all the other characters with like the Thomas Jefferson and everyone else was like looking at like the financial report or whatever, and they're like, oh, I see like there's like a couple thousand like going to this Mister whatever, you know. It's like, oh, what's happening there? And I mean a couple hundred, I don't know how much anyway. and so then something about like a news reporter or whatever, I don't remember, and like he leaked the info. But I mean Hamilton just came out and said like, I banged his wife.
Okay, for context,
The one
That's
that
yep.
the magazine that
political
published it, right?
battle.
Done so dirty.
What do you say, Jimmy? We can't really hear you.
During the political battle, James Madison, Thomas Jefferson, and Aaron Burr confronted Hamilton about this like thousands going to James Reynolds because they were like, oh, that's kind of sus. Maybe we can use that to our political advantage if we corner him, right? So then they cornered him, and then he was like, oh, piff, that isn't anything political. It's my own money. It's perfectly legal. And then he starts panicking because he overthinks because he's apparently
He's an
very big
idiot.
brain. So he overthought, and he was like, oh, okay, so if I tell this to you, will you make sure not to let anybody else know? And then so he told them that he banged a married woman while he was also married, and then got blackmailed for $1,000. And then they were like, okay, shit. But then because they promised, they were like, okay, we'll tell anybody. He apparently very big brain also was like, oh my god, why would they tell anybody? What am I gonna do? Our business is gonna be ruined. I should tell everybody first so that I have control about how it comes out. Oh my god. And he writes this whole pamphlet, sends it out to everybody.
YouTube apologies 2020. YouTuber apologies 2020.
He basically apologized for something nobody knew that he did.
He didn't apologize. He was like, yeah, I did this, but I never did anything. At least I was clean with your money.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's literally
To be fair, like
Yeah,
like,
and then
yeah.
neglected how Eliza feels. No
Oh, yeah.
offense.
No, okay.
They did.
To be honest, like everybody in like this whole like scandal was like more or less like fine. The person who got done dirtiest was obviously like Eliza. Like I think we can all agree. Yeah. Yeah. Because like the husband was fine with the wife screwing him, right? And the wife was fine, like the wife was fine, I guess. But like Eliza totally didn't know anything, and like she thought Hamilton was this great person or whatever. Yep.
Well, in his
Mm,
pamphlet,
fair.
he wrote in his pamphlet that he brought the girl back to their house.
Oh yeah. I remember.
And I was like,
abusive situation. We love Hamilton. What a great man.
Oh my god. And then Alexander, one dumb thing after another, decides to tell his son, just stand in front of the gun and don't shoot. just don't shoot.
That's it. That's the move.
That's the move.
"God will bring you victory." But then the other guy shot early. He shot at the count of 8 instead of 10.
Yeah.
So either way, even if he shot like a normal person, he would have died anyway since the guy shot early. Which is kind of sad if you think about it.
Basically, everyone's an asshole in this musical, except for Eliza and Angelica.
All we know, Peggy. Peggy just disappeared.
Peggy
in
Yeah,
just
Peggy did.
disappeared.
Yeah. And Peggy. Everybody knows she exists. Alright. So yeah,
We all
Eliza,
know Peggy.
what do you say?
We all know that Peggy exists, but she just disappears, and it's like,
Apparently in real life, Peggy died really early. So then like they just like forgot about her.
Oh, that's sad. Yeah. Anyway, so like we have to
I
talk
think
about
if I remember correctly.
we have to talk about the whole Philip arc, right? Oh my god, wait, no, oh my god, we forgot about the battle arc. Like there was this period of time where he was like the 10 battle commandments, stuff, remember? And like whatever. And like Alexander Ham got like into a battle himself when he was younger, but like he won because like he's such a big brain genius that he whips out guns faster.
Lawrence carried him.
True.
Lawrence was shooting.
What?
He was
No,
good.
yeah. I mean, yeah, because like, you know, they pick each other or whatever. But anyway, like he did the whole thing like properly, you know, he followed all the 10 rules and whatever. But like Philip didn't, you know, because he's an idiot. But you know, that's whatever. What do I want to say?
Some moral
Oh,
character.
I wanted to say like, you know what else he's good at whipping out? No, I'm joking, right?
No. Oh
No.
no.
Come on, like when Ashley bets this, like there'll be so much to cut out.
The power of chaos.
Actually,
I am
Poor
the
Ash.
editor. I am the editor.
But no.
Yes.
No, but it's
Yeah,
Making
yeah.
I have
Edit
the
that out.
power.
and big ASMR.
Big
yes, ASMR.
Oh, new channel coming soon to you. So anyway, yeah, like
Yes.
Eliza was like taking care of Philip most of the time, and Alexander was kind of an absent parent-ish. Like he came back every once in a while and was like, "Hi, Philip. All right, but I need to write more papers apparently.
And you beat my record of 51 in 6 months.
Whip out more guns, yeah, whatever." And and so like, you know, there was this whole like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, something, and like, you know.
But actually, should we talk about Philip's song now or wait for James to finish up, then talk about Philip's song?
Wait, what?
I can
My name is Philip.
I'm a poet.
I am a poet.
We can just talk about it now. My name is
Okay.
Philip.
Like the
I am a poet.
beginning of Philip ties back to when he was like 9 years old, air quotes, in Act 1, and he did a performance for his dad. So that like that the lines parallel though. Not parallel, the lines are exactly the same. So like then you get the idea that, oh, this kid grew up, and then you kind of are a little bit attached to him maybe if you're me and you saw him at 9 and then you see him again at 19 and you're like, oh, he grew up, good for him. They don't always grow up, you know.
Yeah. And he
They
read,
could die.
They
my
don't
name
always.
my name is Philip. I am a poet. I'm gonna kill myself because I'm retarded. Like that, yes. And and yeah,
Oh my
so
God,
like
stop attacking.
stop attacking him.
Yes, you stop attacking him. You're that guy who shot him. Okay.
Alright, anyway. Anyway, moving
The
on.
thing about
We can't
that,
really
like-
hear you, Jim.
the thing about Philip's song is that throughout it, it's a bit like he talks a lot about wanting, like he says that he was going to blow everyone away one day, and he talks a lot about his dad, and you get the sense that he's like really attached to his dad, and he wants his dad to be proud of him, that kind of thing, right?
No.
Daddy issues.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then he gets so mad at this guy who like talks shit about his dad that he breaks into a theater and like challenges him to a duel, right?
Mm-hmm.
He basically got the temper. He got like the same temper that they showed in Hamilton. Then like, yeah, during the duel, that guy shot early and he followed his dad, which is kind of strange because like it's a weird thing to show that by honoring his father and like listening to him by shooting his gun up in the sky, Philip ultimately
Right.
died from that, like because he tried to be like his dad, defend his dad. He
I
died
think
for
I
him.
think I think ultimately like this part of the musical serves as like a cautionary tale. It's like saying you should aim for the top, and it's good that you want to aim for the top, but don't aim for the top too much. You know? Your son will end up dying. You'll end up in an affair.
course.
It's
And
pretty much what we said.
you'll die. Yeah. So like I think that's like why, because like if you look at Hamilton's character, he's like obviously a very flawed character. But he has also like he has his charms and he has his like good qualities. Like his his quality of hardworkingness. His
He
will
I was
The-
quaking.
yeah.
Sorry.
He gets things done. And like in the periods where like he need things to get done, like he's there, and like he's a real smart guy, he create like the monetary system like that's great or whatever. But like sometimes, he has like too much honor and like tries to do too many things. And so like he kind of screws himself over and screws everyone
believe that
around. What do you say, Chon?
Sorry. I said I believe that he has too much honor.
So I don't think
Kind of.
what-
Dynamic.
what-
Okay, like it's like depends on how you look at it. I'm just salty.
Okay, wait. So James, you think he has a lot of honor because he takes on a lot of responsibilities? Or why?
I think it's just like his character, right? Like because like I guess you could say he's prideful because he knows where he came from and he knows where he's at now. And so like through that the
Priority.
musical is trying to say like know your place. No, it's trying to say like it's trying to say, you can admire Hamilton, but don't strive to be him. Strive to like follow in his example, but like don't be dumb. And I think also
And
like
Sean?
the what, John?
No, Karen.
Oh.
I thought you
And-
were you just
Sorry.
Karen.
And like I think also like the amount of sacrifices that he did is kind of like leads into the patriotic theme where it's like, oh look, he sacrificed so much like for America, it would be like stupid to like try to screw over America now, you know. Yep.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
That's actually really interesting. Then Chon, you say that
Huh.
Hamilton has honor because
I don't know. I just want to stand up for Eliza and her rights.
All right.
let's say honor because he emotionally cheated throughout his marriage and physically cheated later on in his marriage.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's like such a nice way of putting it.
And he also approached them in the first place with the idea of money.
Yeah.
Which is like marriage is also economic, I guess, in the past.
Like in real life, like he may have genuinely like her, but like in the musical, it felt like he was using her a lot,
Yeah.
which was true.
It felt like he got married to her first, and because she was so patient. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
And because she was so patient and like sweet, and like gave him a son, he started loving her.
Yeah. True. Wait, Vic, what do you think about this?
I'm with both Sean and James because like I agree that I think he's only honorable in work.
Yeah,
You know?
in his work, but like in his personal life, nah.
And does that really make someone an honorable person? Like that's my question, because I like his work ethic, but that's not everything. I mean, that's not everything, right?
I think like is not
I
the
think-
correct word.
oh.
I think it's admire. We all can admire his work ethic, but
And
it's disagreeable.
Like ultimately, like how he treated his family wasn't like, it's not, how you say it, like, the way someone treats their family, you can tell like a lot about their morals from the way they like treat their family, and like the way he treated Eliza and like his
Yeah,
kids
yeah.
and stuff. Like it's just not it. So was he
But-
a really moral
Like,
person?
I think we can pass all like the judgment on him or whatever, right? And I think the musical actually understands that the audience would pass a lot of judgment on him as well. And that's like the purpose of the third act, I think, where like the musical itself
There's a
asks,
third. Wait, there's a third act.
yeah,
third act?
the musical.
What?
I mean, like
There's a third act.
Right.
after Philip dies, like I see it as a different part of the musical after Philip dies. But
Oh.
yeah, so like the musical basically invites the audience to, give them some space, that they're going through a hard time. Even like through all his flaws or whatever, we still have to remember like he's only human or whatever, Anyway. No, I forgot what the song was. It's like he's going through the hardest time. Anyway, yeah. So at the end, like I really don't understand his decisions. Like he it felt like he just tried to screw over Burr because he was salted, man. He was just salty.
Oh,
Yeah.
I felt like that as well. Like it's okay if he screws over Burr and does all these mean things to Burr. They're still friends after that. But Burr steals his dad's position, his dad-in-law's position, and suddenly it's like, this is a personal attack. Are you sure we're still friends? Like, bro, what's your double standard?
I guess like it emphasizes more of Hamilton's flaws. But okay, yeah. Sorry, Vic.
Like it could be, right?
But
she's gone.
she's gone, no. Anyway, yeah, rip Vic. Moment of silence.
Will that appear on the YouTube?
I feel that
Maybe.
we need to censor.
I love that I'm not the one editing.
Yep.
Same, Sean, same.
Thanks.
Is this your burden? I thought it's Ashley's burden.
I mean, like Ashley is busy though, and I'm free. Hamilton was just a huge asshole, right? And even in like the third act, and like he was just like being a salty crybaby towards Burr, kind of. But I think like the main reason why he did it is because like he didn't see the same passion as he did in himself in Burr, because Burr was like talking about taking it slow, or whatever, and he's like, no, you're not fit to be president, and so he picked like Thomas Sanchez.
Like he looked at it as in like if Burr's passion is a different type. Like it's the quiet, more calculating methodology.
Methodology.
Methodological type.
Oh,
Then Hamilton's. Well, Hamilton's is a lot of fire under his ass, thinks of policies.
now.
Oh, they are all founding fathers. Like they all did great, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They all played a part in making America what it is today, which is I assume if you're watching this, you're probably a liberal, so America's a shithole. But
You're not wrong.
It's something.
You're not wrong. I think most Americans would agree like the state of America is not great.
I mean, like even like if you're like, a conservative, Trump isn't president anymore. Isn't it a shithole for you?
Yeah. I mean,
It's a shithole.
the people is like a different matter, but the state, the absolute state that America is in is. But anyway.
My hands hurt.
Oof. Why do your head? Oh, because you've been wrapping presents.
I'm making something. I told you.
Oh, what are you
Yeah,
doing?
well done. She's knitting.
Making a
Same as
penguin, and I need to make a sloth after this because I love to punish myself.
Okay.
Cool.
Just cut this out. I'm too cheap to spend money, so I'm making presents for my friends.
Yeah, but don't you need to spend money on material? Like
No, but like
all
it's-
this cost me so much.
no. But this was like maybe $3, and I've been using it for the last couple of months. So like I get a lot of use out of it.
But it costs time. You could be doing something else.
Like what? Sleeping? Come on.
No, like doing something you're passionate in, I don't know.
It's fun, I guess.
Watching
hurts my-
musicals. I don't know.
I dissociate a lot during the holidays, so I don't get a lot done during anything. Like
What do you mean dissociate?
like I just spend a lot of time kind of just staring and like spacing out and looking at videos that I'm not that interested in, but I just need to pass the time with,
That's such a mood. No, I mean I know that I have things to get done. I just don't do it.
Yeah, it's like I know there are a lot of things I want to do, like I want to do this and that, but sometimes it's just like I don't feel like a person outside of my friends, or like when I'm outside of people.
Yes, okay. I
It's
understand.
times like this when you need to become like Alexander Hamilton. There's a million things I haven't done. Just
Okay,
you
just
wait.
cut out that bit. I think it's a bit too.
3 scrunchies in the past week, okay? I'm like literally dying.
Oh my god, why are you making so many?
Cause they're fun to make.
Okay, then that's fair. Get back on track. Sorry about that.
His friend shoots him
Oh,
while he was
Ah.
pointing his gun to the sky because he was an idiot.
the song is really amazing. The last bit.
Oh, the last bit,
Wait.
yeah.
Both your psyches. Hamilton kind of gives up.
Mm-hmm. Like on a
Running his
He shot.
and wants a break.
on like a musical's perspective is very cool because like there was no more beat. It was just like the clock ticking, tick, 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 and then he was like just going through all the stages in his life. Wait, Jamie,
Yeah.
I can't hear you a lot of the time.
Oh, sorry. I just realized that. Oops.
What
You should like signal when you can't hear me.
What do you say?
Okay. No, I was just saying that it was really it's musically very good. When all the sound just disappears and you know that time kind of froze.
And like the stage starts revolving and everything, and like it's pretty cool. Like
I
it,
love revolving stages.
like on a
Oh.
visual standpoint, it looks dope AF. And like on a thematic standpoint, and like what it represents, which is like the final moments of his life, where he's like recounting everything, like it also makes a lot of sense. And like yeah, it's just a very cool moment, and like you really feel things. Yeah, even though you
Shall
know
we?
he was what?
No, carry on.
Yeah, even though he was kind of like an asshat, like you know, it's kind of sad.
Yes.
That's just sad, even if you're an asshat.
He's just a character, so I don't hate him. I just like to say that I like to have strong opinions on things. Gives me a sense of security.
Are we getting too deep again?
Do you guys cry during the musical?
No.
No. Yes.
Yes.
During Burn.
But
Burn.
oh,
Oh, I
'Cause
didn't cry, but I was so sad.
I was so sad at Philip's death. Oh my god.
But the thing about Burn is that you just keep. I think about it from like Eliza's point of view. She's always had a comfortable life, but even usually women are the ones who don't have any money in the relationship. But she's bringing in all the money, you know, and she's also bringing him with. She's also giving him like reputation, um, the prerequisite to his like political career, all these things, She's also like his loving wife, doting wife. Gives him a son. Come on, what? This is like I don't know. Men are crazy about their sons. No offense.
Yeah.
Man in like
Kind of
the-
repaid her by cheating on her, never spending any time on her first, being super hung up about her sister. She kind of knows it too, that he's like super into her sister, and then just like cheating on her, and then the son dies, and it's like, wow, she goes through a lot. I guess it's just
Yeah.
point where she erased herself from history, like that kind of hurted. And like she's the most compelling character in the musical. Like she's the most emotionally attuned.
She's the kindest person in the musical.
yeah. They always mention that, but they don't fail to follow up. Like wow. Admittedly, there was a bit where she was kind of
Lot. She's not just kind, she went through a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, carry on.
The only fault in her character I would say is like, you know, too stupid to realize Alexander is doing these things to her. Like
But that's
Was-
how she
no,
is.
she probably isn't able to leave him anyway if you consider the circumstances of women then.
true. Yeah, it's a bad circumstance. Whatever. But she like, you know, she did things after he died, you know. She
That was
managed,
correct.
yeah, she raised the orphanage and everything. That was cool. And I was like, at that part of the music, I was like, oh, that's so nice. Yeah, anyway.
Oh yeah, I cried at that too. I cried at the final song because I was like, oh, she's finally getting her.
Orphanage.
Yeah.
She's finally,
Yeah.
and she left like legacy.
Yeah. You can have like some qualms with like the story or whatever, but the spectacle of the musical, oh, it's so good.
The staging, right?
Yeah, just like everything about it. The way like the actors move, like and everything. Lighting.
Why it's not overrated.
What do you say?
Maybe that's why it's not overrated.
Yeah, I don't think it's overrated.
I don't know.
Like you can tell it's a good musical just like from the first few seconds, man. Like when they start with the how does an orphan like it just
And son of a whore and a Scotsman.
it feels it like if you know like about stories and whatever, right, it does like its purpose so efficiently and so well in like such a nice manner. And like in such an interesting manner also. Instead of telling you like, oh, he was an orphan and he was a bastard or whatever, right? They say how does, instead like questioning the audience as to like how could someone like him achieve all these things, to like create that sense of mystery, you know, and intrigue in the audience already from the first second. Like that's amazing.
I admit that, yeah. Storytelling wise, staging, song, it's great. Casting is good as well,
It's amazing.
apparently.
Like Lin just like decided that, you know, if no one's gonna cast me, I'm gonna cast myself.
Yeah.
So
To me though,
such a boss move.
Yeah. And,
I didn't
and
know that Lin-Manuel Miranda was Alexander Hamilton until a little bit in, and I was like, oh, he casted himself?
yeah, he casted himself. I think there's something to be said about why he casted himself as Alexander, right? I think he himself like sees himself in not to go too deep into like who Lin Mandel is, right? Because I don't know who the hell he is, but I I guess like everyone can kind of see a bit of like themselves inside Alexander Hamilton, like the kind of person who really wants to dedicate to themselves to the work, and like to the point where sometimes we do forget about like the people around us and whatever.
Myself
like-
as an okay.
Oh, what do you say, Sean?
I just see myself as an asshole. I relate.
All right.
So
All right.
you know,
We need your nihilistic tendencies to calm down a bit.
You know what? Let's play into Tron's strength later on and talk about the nihilistic theme of Hamilton.
Oh my god. There's nihilism in Hamilton? Like in what way?
After all that, he just dies, I guess.
No,
It's
what?
like-
But they're talking
Yeah.
about his legacy and everything. How's that nihilistic?
yeah, I mean like his story is told
Yeah.
like good.
That's not nihilistic. Nihilism would be like if he did all that.
He does end up doing, but like of course that's because of Eliza. So props to her.
What is on fire today? Oh my god.
Eliza is the best character. Yeah, agreed. Like I remember when last time, like when I like downloaded the entire playlist of Hamilton or whatever, right? Like Burn was like the one song I kept coming to because like it was so emotional, you know, it was so good. Burn satisfied, congratulations. Wait, what did you say, Jamie?
That's why I cried during Burn. Okay? Staging the fire, the
I feel
song.
like the entire scene was like very emotional. It had
Like-
like warm vibes, but like sad. Don't know how to put it.
It was like her herself down there, like opening the letter and stuff. Yeah, that sucks.
And when she looks over his letters and she talks about how like he wrote her so many letters and like with every letter she fell more and more in love with him, but like she was realizing that he's just putting up a front.
What did you say? You built a castle from
You build palaces out of
palaces
paragraphs,
of paragraphs.
cathedrals, things like that. So like she thought that he was like his love towards her was very pure and sincere, things like that. But and then she realized that it's just all paper. It's not real. It's just flimsy, flammable.
And you know what?
Flammable.
Be remembered, but she wants to be erased from history.
Yeah, she did say that.
Because like, I'm taking myself out of the narrative, right?
Taking myself out the narrative.
Her own story, and like she loses her voice, which is like what has happened to her, except that she's trying to like take back some power.
Yeah, she takes back her power. But she takes back her power to essentially speak for her dead husband. Which is
But in turn, she is essentially taking back her power in erasing her own voice rather than letting someone else do it for her.
But then
That-
that's
I
like
don't know.
if somebody's gonna shoot you and you shoot yourself first, is that powerful for you?
Yeah.
I don't know, but like I know that she was sad, and I think it was very sad.
It's very poignant. Poignant? Poignant?
Point.
None.
Yeah.
poignant,
Yeah,
poignant.
trouble pronouncing that.
I think it kind of like has a feminist undertone to it as well, right? Like, you know, this is the result of like men, like all of the people in like in the room where it happens and like close to it. All the politicians were all men, and like all the women were like housewives and everything, right? And it kind of like speaks to that period, I guess, like how through like Hamilton's selfishness, all these other people are like affected negatively, especially like his wife. Yeah,
His son is
his
Like
son.
if you want, I mean, I have to look at Eliza as the damsel in distress because
not a damsel.
she's
In a
not. Like, yeah, but like
aware of a lot of things as well.
yeah, but at the same time, like yeah, I mean, she was hurt.
She got played. Oh yeah, sad.
Just got played.
In conclusion, Hamilton's an asshole. All right, let's go.
This is just a very unscripted, confused podcast.
Confused. Yeah, that's,
Right, this is the most.
We're just bouncing around.
Wait, Sean, what do you say?
No, I was about to say I feel like we didn't really have a direction this week.
Yeah,
I
we
think
don't
it was,
really.
I think it was fine though. Though you could say it's a bit of a what?
It's a bit of a.
It's a bit of a terrible idea.
You can't lose your shit every time you say that. Okay, seriously. Every time you lose your mind, you're like,
Yeah, but I lose my shit differently each time.
you gotta give it you gotta have that range, you know.
The range of acting.
It can become a running joke.
Yeah, it
Running-
is a running joke. Thank
And just-
you. Thank you.
Do people actually like watch the podcast?
What do you say?
Are watching this? Do people actually watch us?
Yeah,
talk
people
shit?
watch. Why so nihilistic?
Are you okay?
Sean
No,
is
I was
like,
just wondering.
Sean is like, does
I was
do any? What do you say?
Does anyone even like watch this? Like
Yeah, yeah.
honestly,
Sean
like
is
it's
like,
so wild.
I think it's fine.
Us? Am I like my only subscriber? You know,
Sean is like, does anything I say even matter?
really, because I'm not telling any of my stories. I'm talking about Hamilton.
True.
I think I don't know. For me, like the main point of Hamilton was like how important it is to like memorialize events, like
thought
bearing
it was-
witness and stuff. Like the concept of bearing witness, to
The theme of storytelling is definitely there, and legacy.
Yeah, but the thing
Yeah.
about it is that he was so obsessed, so fixated on it, and the thing about legacy is that you're so obsessed and so fixated on it, but in the end, he didn't leave any legacy for himself. The only reason why he's memorialized entirety in his entirety, and not just like, oh, one of the founding fathers was Alexander Hamilton, is because of Eliza going out of her way to talk to everybody that he met, to record down everything and things like that. So it's like,
Eliza's a queen. She's the reason why any of this is like. Just remember that she's the reason why this musical exists.
Chon just plugs in Eliza promotion every once in a while. But so I said it's mildly nihilistic because there's the idea of like he's tried so hard to leave his legacy, but ultimately he manages to do nothing to leave it behind, you know?
Mm-hmm.
His oldest son dies, God forbid that sons die. And he buries his child, his wife and him are like a little bit estranged. He dies to his political power, but he dies at the hands of his friend. So it's slightly like, what was the point? I mean, there was a point.
Although, like it's like that's what y'all said last week. Like y'all were questioning like how far someone would go, and like this is how far Hamilton went, right? And the question is whether it was worth it. Like he does have a legacy after all. It's just not
Under his power, I don't know.
I think it's an important story.
Yeah, it is open. It's open to interpretation.
Yeah, I think what did you say, Jamie?
What would you say some of the themes are other than that?
Um,
Like,
I just thought it was an important story to tell. It's like a cautionary tale, you know. It's like one of those fairy tales last time, saying like,
like people's, right?
yeah, like I think they're the themes of like hard work and like getting what you want to achieve through like, you know, the honest, prideful work and like dedication to your duty. However, there's also themes of like, you know, how you can be too much so, and like there's themes of like family and everything, right?
Oh yeah, definitely family. Otherwise, why Eliza?
There's always like patriotism and whatever. Yeah, overall,
It just puzzles me.
I think we can learn like a lot from the characters and like how they interact with each other. We can learn the Hamiltons. Yeah, but
No. Okay, I have to give the man some credit.
Yeah.
He was a founding father, I guess. But lots of the founding fathers also supported slave trade and were all around assholes. So
all right, relax. Yeah.
end of story. It's a founding father.
All right, I guess we end the podcast here.
Oh, can we touch on Burr?
Oh yeah, sure.
Since you didn't like him so much.
Yeah, I think like bro.
I still don't get why you don't like Burr.
He's a salty prick.
No, I mean, okay, admittedly, admittedly, he did a lot of things that weren't great.
He's just salty that he's not as big brain as Alexander. I'm gonna come out and say it. He's salty. He's not as big brain.
Okay, that's one way of interpreting it, but I just see it as like he falls behind because he's waiting and the thing is that when you contrast him with Hamilton is that they both have that song in Dear Theodosia, right? They share Dear Theodosia, right? And they're both like resolved to do the best for their children, to make America like this great place and things like that, right?
Yep.
But in contrast to Hamilton, what we see of Burr is that he's very involved with his daughter. He goes at home a lot. He gives her an education, a proper education and things like that, which is not traditional during that time period, right? And basically he's a very hands-on father, but in comparison he falls behind in like politics,
The political race, yeah.
so it's like it's not explicitly addressed, but like is that part of the reason why he fell behind? And another thing is that I don't know, I just understand him more as a character than I understand Hamilton. I don't understand Hamilton's endless thirst for work and like legacy being left behind. Burr's like more simple, kind of gradual interest in getting more involved in the country, and overall calmer disposition. Like he puts his wife and his daughter first before the country. That's one thing. I think I mentioned that quite a few times already. Give me a moment to like work out my brain. And another thing is what?
Live with the burden of having killed his friend.
Well,
That's another I think that's another aspect of his character. Like even though like it's like obviously he gets to live, but like it's not exactly like okay, I guess it's kind of karmic in the sense that like, you know, he'll live to regret it, but I don't know.
Good attempt. All right.
I just like Burr, but yeah, I can get why you didn't like him.
Yeah, it's like I guess it makes sense. Like he's the more like more balanced version of Hamilton, I guess you could say. But it's like if you want to do one thing, like do it right, right? And I feel Alexander Hamilton really did that one thing.
Okay, that's fair.
He did.
Screwed up everything else, but he did his work well.
Yeah, but I mean, like for us to live like a fulfilling life as well, right? Like then you got a question like, do you want to be Hamilton or do you want to be Burr? And who do you think like got the better lot in life?
Actually, yeah, who was better off, do you think?
I think that is for each individual to decide.
I guess. Yeah, and for them to make their own decisions in life. That's the great thing about stories, right? It's open to interpretation. You can be whoever you want to be. You can dislike whoever you want to dislike. Me personally, like,
Then
what do you say?
Except fandom culture.
Except what?
With fandom culture, you cannot dislike who you want to dislike.
True. Gatekeeping. But like, for me personally, like I relate a lot to like Hamilton's
Endless.
like drive. Yeah. Yeah,
Fair enough.
I personally like also kind of have that, I guess. And like I do work
You
quite a bit.
generally, or like, are you as desperate as Hamilton is for a legacy to leave something behind, to not be forgotten?
I don't
Like,
want
what is
I mean I don't really want like a legacy in that sense. But like I definitely feel the need for like people to hear me and to see my work and like to be recognized. You know what I mean?
Is that why you're here?
probably?
Maybe. I don't know. Like this podcast was just like Ashley was like, "Hey James, join this thing." And I was like, "Okay."
Sounds like a good time to spend my time. Good
Mhm.
way to spend my time.
Yeah. And like, you know, I put a lot of like work even into like this podcast just because like I don't know, I feel like I need to, you know, and like yeah. I feel a great sense of duty towards the things that I do. That I do want to do. And like in that sense I like relate a lot to like his character, I guess.
Then Tron, do you
I
relate?
do not relate to Hamilton. Like it's like I have no sense of drive. I don't really care about doing things.
Alright.
I'm just drifting, which I know is not good, but like I cannot get out of it.
I
Which
don't think it's necessarily bad.
That's not necessarily bad.
I do think it's bad though. Like it's like I feel like I have a lot of like there would be so much more I would do if I would just get out and do it.
There's a billion things I haven't done.
Yes. Gosh.
Oh, but I mean, it depends on what you want to achieve in life, you know. Do you want to be
Yeah.
remembered, or do you want to just like, you know, have a family and be happy with them instead?
You don't even need to have a family. Just
Like
be happy.
sleep. God,
You're-
pronounce words properly anymore.
You want to just like travel the world and like experience everything there is to experience and then just die a happy death? Or like,
but
do you want to?
is there a point in that?
Yeah,
Or
is
There
there a
is.
point in that? I
Okay.
think like the great thing about, wait, Jamie, what do you say?
There isn't a point in that, but except maybe your own happiness, you experience more. It's for you entirely. There doesn't need to be a point in the world, is my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think like I agree with you, Jamie, that there doesn't need to be a point, but like I look at it like a little bit differently, I guess. I think that in life, you like the great thing about life is that you can create a purpose and a point for yourself. Like you don't you your value in life may be like nihilism, maybe believing that there is no point, and that may be your point in life. Or like maybe your point in life is believing in God, and that is like you view life through God. Or like maybe a point in life like me is like expressing my emotions through my art and like helping other people as well as helping myself through that medium. You know, many different people like can create their own values and morals and ideologies and thus create their own drives and purposes to do the things that they do and they want to do and the ultimate goals that they want to achieve, however pointless or not pointless that other people see it. Like in their hearts they themselves will see it as valuable or valueless. And I think that's like a personal thing. It's great and terrible at the same time. Because ultimately it really doesn't mean anything.
Nice to-
What do you
Yeah,
say,
I
Jamie?
mean, who decides whether who decides whether it means something, what you do means something?
Yeah, you decide it. And if you choose like to believe that it means nothing and you value that idea, you value that ideology that everything amounts to nothing, then that shall be your ideology, that everything amounts to nothing.
real, and we are all just, everything we do has a sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. Like I agree with your point of view, but yeah. For me personally, I just really enjoy doing art and like it gives me joy. However, like pointless that joy may be, like maybe it's just chemicals or whatever, right? But like, you know, I enjoy
Do you
it.
art in uni?
What? Oh, I want to go to LaSalle so I can like study animation.
Oh wow.
Hopefully, I don't know. We shall see.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I mean, if you can't, you can. I mean, there's animation in poly, isn't there?
True.
You get a diploma and do great things.
Just like, you know, self learn as well.
Yeah.
Many different paths.
Yeah, it's all pointless after all, isn't it?
John!